Well, hello everyone. I'm Maria Pietroforte, and I am your fearless leader who is going to talk to you today about mistakes that leaders make. We're on number 2 of a 5-part series, and today we're going to talk about leaders, really managers that are profit driven, and that's all it's about for them. And that's a mistake. So, what happens if you're only profit driven is that you're not leading your team. And if your team is not engaged, your profits won't follow. It's just as simple as that. So, if you're still focused on goals and profits as your primary win for the year, so to say, you're not going to make it if you're not focused on your people. Hopefully, you can today and not continue to be focused just on profits. Did you know that by engaging your team, your profits will increase on average, studies show, by 21%? What happens is that when you're creating a culture of engagement, when you believe in the people first, they then believe in you. And when they believe in you, when they like you, when they're proud to work for your company, they work smarter, they work harder, and they're more focused because they really want to be there. It's, well, I think of it like your dog. Sorry about the analogy, but dogs want to please you. Children want to please you, or at least we hope they do. People want to please each other. That's the benefit of a people pleaser, actually. It's the one positive thing is that if they like you, if they like their company, they're going to try to please you. And how else can you please a leader but by showing results, right? So your team will automatically perform. Now, here's a couple things that you tend to do that you may not want to admit that you do. First of all, you don't listen. We all talk more than we listen. And as a leader, you've got to listen. I bet you didn't know that 91% of employees say that their leaders lack communication skills and that they don't listen. Do you know that 69% say that they would work harder if they were more appreciated? And again, when you become a people first organization, you're going to listen and you're going to appreciate your team. So you've got to come up with a culture that shows appreciation. Most people want recognition. And it's not about a raise once a year. It's about letting them know, whether it's publicly or privately, or however that person is motivated, you do that. You need to thank them for doing a great job. You need to thank them for that idea, even if you don't use the idea. It's just showing that your team that you want to hear what they have to say, that you're looking for them to help solve the company's issues and goals. It's inclusion. Employees will perform if you give back to them. Most team members are looking for direction and they're looking for development. So the more you build your team, the more training, the more opportunity, the better your results are going to be. It's really human nature, but we tend to think that if we drive, it's almost like you're whipping them into, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, instead of asking them how they can do a certain task. And do they have any ideas on how they can improve efficiency, productivity, maybe cut expenses? You'd be surprised what your team will come up with if you give them that. Don't be on such a narrow path that you're not giving people the opportunity to feel their way into solutions. It takes a little bit more time to have this type of engagement, but 21% increase on your revenue, it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. 20% of your employees are actually engaged. The other 80% have one foot out the door. 1 in 3 people don't trust their employers. Well, they don't trust you because you're not listening to them. You're not including them. You're not showing them where their career can go. These are all things that you can simply do if you want to build a culture of inclusion, of development, of happy employees. They will follow you as a leader, and they will accomplish amazing things if you just listen and turn things around. You cannot be in the ivory tower looking down on your team. You automatically have created a barrier, and your team isn't going to follow you. They may not even like you, and they definitely don't trust you because you're sitting in that ivory throne, throwing things down at them. You need to flip the pyramid. You're at the bottom, supporting the team. Everything you do should be about team member engagement, empowerment, that old word that we used to love to throw around and never do, but you do this. I can help you build a culture of engagement. Wonderful to do, and it's really, really rewarding. Just, I think, heartfelt rewarding as well as financially rewarding. Again, if you change the way you run your company, the way you run your team into a people first team, they will produce results. So a couple of simple things you can do. First of all, whenever you're doing a meeting, ask for feedback, ask for suggestions, ask about roadblocks, and ask them to come up with solutions. Don't tell them exactly what to do. Challenge them, let them solve. Too often as leaders, we want to just go the fastest route, which is just tell them what to do. Well, that's not engaging. It's not even fun. It's more like you're spitting out orders. And most everybody doesn't, they don't want to follow orders. They want to be included in the journey. There's so many wonderful things that you can do to engage your team, and I would absolutely love to help you do this. I'm Maria Pietroforte. I've done this before. I've been where you've been. I've unfortunately, ran everything that I expected perfection. Luckily, I learned that doesn't work. What works is putting your team first. Profits will follow. Trust me, I know. Thank you so much for being here. Please message me, email me, call me, 731, let's see, what is this? 244-2032. I'm Maria Pietroforte. Hope you have a absolutely fabulous day today. Bye.